hello again, this is my final video of the week. Again, it won't be that long. It's the Sister Street Fighter series. It's just been released on Arrow, really, the whole 4 movies. It's a collection, Sister Street Fighter. There's a second one with a weird subtext title. There's a Return of Sister Street Fighter, and then there's another one that's unrelated but still called Sister Street Fighter. These are, I'll just get the video. There it is. I should have planned ahead, but I didn't. Etsuko Shihomi is the lead in this. And there's basically, they're kung fu movies, but they're fun kung fu movies. And since they're made in the 70s, they have some very dodgy politics. It's got this thing where we're going to empower women by showing a kick-ass woman, but we'll have to be sexist as hell with the villains, just to, we're going to have to show nudity and stuff of supporting actresses just to even it up, because you can't be too progressive too quickly. you just can't do that. That would be wrong for these producers. So there's it's kind of worse in some ways than the Prisoner Scorpion films, female Prisoner Scorpion films, which had that kind of same exploitation elements, but they had more distinctive female characters in them that made up for that. It was like, here's some of this stuff, we need to have it for just to sell the film, but we're doing this other film anyway, it's like, trying to ignore it. Just this one, it's much more, the characters are more stock. You've got like the villains, you've got the good women, the bad women, the good men, the bad men. Everything's stock. It's not a film that's spent that much time in script, is what I'm saying. The scripts of the first 3 films are essentially the same story. It's one of those sequels where the first one, the second one, and the third one have beats that are the same. And the third film's actually like, here's the stuff we did in the first 2 films we liked, and we'll just turn around a little bit. But it's essentially, the third film is actually starting to lose some of its like ingenuity. And the 4th film's bloody awful. Right, so the first one is Sister Street Fighter, and basically she is Etsuko Shihomi, and she's terrific in these films. She's a really good martial artist, she can fight, she's got a nice smile. I mean, it started in the first film, she's not the greatest actress, but she's okay, she's fun. It's a fun screen presence, the way that you can watch The Rock or something in the movie, it's a fun screen presence. You don't think they're the greatest actor, but they're fun. As the movies go through, she gets a lot better and shows a lot more emotion, shows a lot more subtlety. And she becomes quite a good actress by the end of them. She's starting to really get the idea of what she should be doing with the camera, and she can carry scenes by just looks and things, and not just make it be that the look, it's the subtle movement of the face and things. She's had to get good at that. Not that she's given much material to do, but she's trying to elevate it to make it good. She's not just trying to do the stare or something. She's trying to do something. So she's the most engaging part of these films is her. And the fights are fun, and all they keep repeating villains. Like, one actor plays a different villain in all 3 films. He's always like the second villain, like the sidekick to the main villain. He's always that, and he's always a threat. He's always fun, so you don't really mind because he's a fun actor playing these different villains, and it's like, you're going to die 2 minutes before the end in every one of these films, and he does. But it doesn't matter, he's an enjoyable actor. Shinsani Chiba's in the first one because he's one of the producers. He discovered the actress, so he comes into the first one because he was a Street Fighter, so this is a spin-off. He plays a different character in the Street Fighter, and he's a kung fu guy, and he's like a mentor figure, and he's fun, he's enjoyable. He knows to let himself be the second banana. It's her movie, he will come in, do a couple of moves, come in and support at the end, because in case you don't want to be too progressive again, you want to have him be her helper, but they bring in other women to help her as well, so it's not just... They're trying, but they're still kind of this sort of sexist 70s thing going on at the same time, so they're trying, but they're failing a lot of time. The second one, the second and third one is another actor who replaces Sonny Chiba, and he plays different characters in 2 and 3, but it's essentially the same character thing where you think he's a villain, it turns out he's not. Twice in a row. If you watch these films in a row, it's like the same characters, basically the same actors playing essentially the same character. But it doesn't matter, because it's all the fights. The first 3 films, it's like fight scene, a little bit of talk, another fight scene, a little bit of talk, another fight scene. The fun thing with these films is it's brutal on the characters. People die horribly, and there's a massive body count of people who you'd think would survive these films. Like, the good thing about Asian films is they're less sentimental with characters. People die that would not die in a Hollywood film. People who are like supporting characters, the person they're trying to save, they would always be safe in a Hollywood film. In this film, I'm guaranteed they're going to die. Like in the first film, she's trying to find her brother and defeat these drug dealers. The second film, she's trying to find this woman, and she meets up with her sister who's compromised, and her sister dies. In the third film, she's trying to save this woman from diamond smugglers. Or was that the second one? They all kind of... Well, the third one is gold, the second one is diamond smugglers. It all kind of mixes together. It doesn't matter, they're just the MacGuffins to get the fight scenes going. But she dies as well, so whoever she's trying to save dies. And there's a little girl in the third one, and she survives, but you're thinking maybe because everyone who knows the Sister Street Fighter in these films seems to die horribly, it's like the little kid's going to die in 3 seconds after the film's over, because everyone else who knows her dies, which is kind of fun. Because it's like unexpected. Like at the end of the first 2 films, she's defeated the hero, but she looks sad and depressed because her loved ones died. In the third one, she survives and kills a villain, but she has to look after the kid. So it's one of those films, there's a kind of darkness to them. It's also the funny thing is, in the extras, the scriptwriter of them says he preferred writing erotic dramas, basically porn, but he didn't mind doing karate films too. Which comes through in the films because the treatment of women that isn't the lead character is always a sexual undertone that's kind of created by someone who writes porn. Because women are tied up, you know, they're put in these like surgical procedures that are designed to show as much nudity as possible. It's like, this is like the worst possible way to do a feminist-ish film, is having this guy write it because he's such a pervert. But it's funny to watch because it's like, these 2 elements are just not going together at all, but it creates this interesting thing to watch because it's not, makes sure it's not, that means it's not preachy at all because it's very compromised and very weird. And it's wonderful to watch because you can be, yeah, she's kicking ass. Oh my god, that's so sexist. Oh. It makes it interesting to watch because these plots kind of fall apart. It's basically, she has to investigate for the first half of the movie, the second half of the movie, she kicks ass a lot. Even the first half of the movie, she kicks ass a lot, but she does more in the second half. That's it. Repeat 3 times. And they're only like 80 or 70 minutes long, these films. These are very short films, so it doesn't matter because you're repeating the thing. It's just to get to the next action scene. The action scenes in the first 3 films are fun and enjoyable and ridiculous. You know, they're all enjoyable. I really had some lot of fun with these films, despite their disastrously weird 70s Japanese porno writer. And the director didn't seem to mind putting those elements in. Then there's a 4th movie, which is, it's got the name Sister Street Fighter something, but it's a different character she's playing in this one. And it feels like it's a film that they realised it was garbage and they put the title Sister Street Fighter on it just to sell it. Because nothing happens for the first hour of this film. Nothing happens. It's like, it's an investigation, French Connection rip-off. Then in the last 20 minutes, she comes in and fights a lot. And that's it, so you have to wait an hour for fights. In the dark, so they're not that great fights either. And she's in the film, but she plays as a weakling character who's maybe a martial artist, but also very emotional, and it's not a very good character for her. So the first hour, she has nothing to do, and then she has to fight a lot at the end. And she's trying to impress her as police detective who her father's trying to set her up with, so the sexual politics are weird as hell in this film. It's a different team made it, different people made it, and it's so slow paced and so lethargic. And there's a character, they try and bring in the idea that Japanese are racist towards black people by having a black character who's friends with them who gets killed halfway through. But he's such an awful actor that you're glad to see him die, because he's so terrible. And the only time you ever feel good about the character at all is in flashback when this kid plays him, who's a much better actor. It's, oh, poor that kid died later on in life, but the actor playing him when he was older was just unwatchable. It's maybe a tragedy that he dies, but it's not, because he's so terrible. And the whole movie is just like, it's a 1-star movie. It's lethargic as hell and it's so boring. It's an insult to the rest of the movies. It's so terrible. But the first three films, Sister Street Fighter 1 to 3, are a lot of fun. They're wholesome, they're dodgy as hell, but they're so much fun as kung fu movies. They're really energetic because she's energetic. She's so good in lead character. She can kick ass, she has a nice smell, she gets better as an actress as she goes on, and she's a tragic past for everyone she knows. It's almost like when you meet her in the street, you're going to die. Like, everyone who meets her's cursed. They're all going to die horribly. I mean, her sister gets her eyes stabbed, her legs or knees burnt, and eventually she dies. Her brother is addicted to heroin and eventually dies by getting shot repeatedly just after she's rescued him. It's like the woman she's trying to save gets but a second with her daughter before her daughter's ripped away from her and she's shot. It's really weird. It's really brutal, this film, but it's very enjoyable anyway. I mean, I recommend it to see pure 70s hokum and show how confused Japanese genre films were. Watch these. These are good fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back soon with some more. See you then.